Hey, what is going on, guys? It is your good friend Matt. We are back again here today at the only place that we always can be. And as you already know, that's Matt's Wrestling Collectibles right here on YouTube. Today, guys, we are going to be doing an unboxing and a review, but we only have 3 minutes. No, I'm just kidding, guys. It's going to be a little bit longer than that, but as you can see in front of me here today, guys, we have Jamal, we have Rosey, 3-minute warning coming out of the WWE Legends line. This is going to be Series 23. Of course, these figures are elites. And if you guys don't already know, Jamal went on to become Umaga. Rosey went on to become the superhero version of Rosey, and of course was a superhero in training, the infamous SHIT program. And that is one that you definitely want to make sure you check out. The days of Rosey and the Hurricane, obviously very fun, very comedy-based, and of course that's what they were going for. But a great tag team, and I loved seeing them perform. Always had high hopes for Rosey and the Hurricane, and unfortunately we did not get there. We did not get to the top of the mountain. As far as I remember, I don't think they ever won the tag team championships, but a very cool tag team nonetheless. And of course, obviously, Jamal moving on to become Umaga. Umaga becoming an Intercontinental Champion, being very heavily involved in the main event scene at one point in time, and just a overall force to be reckoned with between these two guys. You don't see a lot of big men like this in the business anymore. These men moved very well. They carried all of that weight exceptionally well. They were just a different breed at that time. And yes, today, we do have the Braun Strowmans. We do have the Bronson Reeds. We have many guys. I mean, even when Big E was still fighting and wrestling. But we've had so many big men that have always entertained us. But these guys, I definitely think, had quite the edge in all of that. And it's very unfortunate that both are no longer with us. And, it's just unfortunate, but that is a big part of the wrestling business, to follow wrestling and to be so heavily involved in it and following it in multiple, regions, areas, promotions. It is sad, but, we always face a few unfortunate losses every single year, no matter what. It's just inevitable. It's very hard to get past. And, big shout out to all of the professional wrestlers. Yeah, we're Mike Tyson in the building for you guys. Big shout out to all the professional wrestlers who have graced, whether it be a ring in the indies or the grandest stage of WrestleMania, whether it be anything in between. We just have to give a big shout out, a big thank you, and definitely a big rest in peace to all of them. And thank you so much for everything that you guys have done for us. And thank you to all the professional athletes and wrestlers that are out there still today doing what they do to, put on essentially just a show for us. I mean, granted, yeah, money's great, but at the end of the day, you still have to have that desire. You still have to have that desire to put something on for the fans. And so we are very fortunate to see that. But today, guys, what we're going to see is Jamal and Rosey, 3-minute warning. We're going to be unboxing them. We're going to be reviewing them. But we're going to do more than just that. We are going to review them from front to back, inside and out. We're going to get the packaging and everything that goes with it. So without further ado, guys, we're going to jump into this. And as always, on both of these, it is very much the same thing. We get the WWE Legends logo up top here. We do have the Series 23 and the Elite logo up top as well. Jamal down the bottom here. Rosey down the bottom here. I'm not as blown away as I was because this is the second take of this video, which is something I very seldomly do. As you guys know, it's a one and done. I start it, I finish it, that's it. We clip off a little piece at the beginning and the end, whatever it may be, and that's that. I like to do this the old school way. You guys are getting the real footage here. This is not, 100 clips and cuts of every time I messed up a word or whatever. We're all humans, and at the end of the day, if you're enjoying this channel, then that is all that matters, and I appreciate each and every single one of you. So, not as blown away as I was in the first take of this, but I could not believe down the bottom here, we have none other, if you guys can see right here, 13 and up from Mattel. This is crazy. This is absolutely nuts. 13 and up? What is going on here? The majority, and I'm not saying this to get off topic here, but the majority of wrestling figure collectors, granted, yes, there are a lot of adult collectors out there, majority of wrestling figure collectors are kids. Why do you think these two figures in front of me were $22.99, and within a couple of weeks I purchased them both, I think for $13 each it was, or $12 each. I'll tell you why. It's because they don't sell. Because young people don't really know about them. They don't really know the ins and outs of the industry from time past to time present. I don't know about you guys, but when I grew up in the Jax days. I grew up in the Classic Superstars line. I grew up on a lot of old school wrestling. I had the WrestleMania anthology. I had all that great stuff. I loved wrestling. I was watching it whether it was from 20 years ago or from 20 minutes ago. I loved every single bit of it. So I think with the new generation, things have changed a little bit, because I remember being a kid not being able to find a lot of these classic guys when they were classics at the time on the shelf. And now these Legends figures seem to sit. So I'm not sure. It could all just be speculation. I could be completely crazy. Who knows? But I do know one thing, guys, before we go any further, before we do anything else, I want to let you guys both know. Yeah, the only two people that are watching this, I want to let you guys know. But to the both of these figures that are in front of us right now, I want to let you guys know that both of these codes, these My Faction codes, I don't know if they're a one and done or if you can use them multiple times. When we do open these, I'm going to show them on the screen, and you guys are more than welcome to take them and use them, because I do not use them. So you guys can have them, take them. I'll put it in front of the screen for you. You guys can have fun with that. And hopefully to however many people they work for, or whatever. Like I said, I don't know if it's a one and done or if you can use it multiple times, but happy to have you guys out there being able to get use out of something. So stay tuned for that. That'll be a little bit further into the video. But we're going to spin these to the side here, guys, so that way you can get a good look at the sides here. We've got Jamal, we've got Rosey, we've got the picture of them both. Elite Collection, Series 23 down the bottom. We spin them over to this side, and again, we've got Jamal and Rosey with their picture, WWE Legends logo, and Series 23 down at the bottom. We spin them around to the back here. Let's get that nice and center for you. And, yeah, let's start off right with what they always can guarantee. We've got the WWE Legends logo here. We've got the Superstar image here, obviously Jamal and Rosey on these. We've got the cross-sell underneath with Hogan, Big Bubba Rogers, also known as the Big Boss Man, Rosey and Jamal. We're going to leave all that done and over with. We're not going to go over it twice. So now we got to tell you, what did these guys accomplish, and what is the little bit that WWE wants us to know about Jamal and Rosey? Well, I'm going to break it down for you right now, guys. Jamal, his titles, Intercontinental Champion, and of course he won that as Umaga. And then we've got the little blurb down here. It is, thanks to Jamal and his tag team partner Rosey, 3 minutes became the longest period of time for any WWE superstar after Raw GM Eric Bischoff uttered the infamous phrase, "Did someone say 3 minutes?" And if anybody doesn't know, with my terrible impression there, that was when Eric Bischoff was doing his ceremony. Somebody was getting married on WWE TV, and these two men came out and absolutely decimated everyone in sight. The two would destroy anyone inside of the ring, leading to their team name 3 Minute Warning. Up next, we have on the other side here, Rosey, titles WWE World Tag Team Champion, and I believe he won that with the Hurricane, because as you already know, we said it in the beginning of the video, but Rosey became Superhero Rosey, and of course that was the shit program, Superhero in Training, and I think that is when he did win that WWE World Tag Team Championship. I think that was with the Hurricane. I can't imagine it would have been anybody else. And now, yet again, did somebody say 3 minutes? The Raw general manager gave superstars a 3-minute warning to entertain him, or else he would unleash his own 3-minute warning. Rosey and his tag team partner Jamal, the cousins from the legendary Anoa'i dynasty, would charge the ring and destroy whoever failed to meet the GM's standards. And guys, the only reason why I say that that last name 2 different ways is because I've heard it so many different times, and I've heard it multiple different ways, and I always feel like no matter what, I'm pronouncing it the wrong way. I actually need to go and get a video of probably either Rikishi or Roman Reigns or The Rock or somebody speaking on that and taking their pronunciation of it and running with that for the rest of time. But, guys, with this, we've broken down the packaging. You've gotten to see what is in front of you here. And now, up next, what we're going to do is we are going to do a little snap of the fingers here. We're going to be right back, and all of this stuff will be out of the package, ready to review and ready to check out. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back with that. All right, guys, we are back. We've got everything unboxed and out, and let me tell you, that took actually a couple more minutes than I would have liked it to. For some reason, sometimes these packages can be very, very finicky, so I try to be as careful as I can not to tear them, you know, all that good stuff, especially the prongs where they kind of clip in from the backside and have those corners that are very easy to rip. So we are back here, though, and we have everything out. So finally, we're going to go over this, kind of give you a little idea of what these guys are about, what these figures are about. And as always, I do not have any of the hands out or shown. We're not going to go over the hands, but just to give you guys an idea, the glove style hands that they're already wearing, they identically have both grabbing, like almost like handshaking type grabbing hands with the gloves. And then they also have the same set of hands, both with the 3-minute warning up. You know, the 3 minutes, the 1, 2, 3. It actually looks like the referee hands that we got with John Cone, but they have the gloves on them, which is very cool. So we're going to jump right into this, guys. We are going to start off, let's start off with Rosey. Let's start off with Rosey. Rosey has quite the array of gear on here. So the Rosey in front of you here, guys, as you can already see, he has got the gold chain around his neck. He has got this 14 jersey on. Very, what do we want to call that for the colors? It is very, Denver Broncos? Yeah, I think. Very Denver Broncos looking. I don't know if 14 was a big number at that time. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. He does have on the bandana, the do-rag. This is a new sculpt, I believe. I don't think I've seen another figure that has come with one that is this long on the back, so very cool. At first, when I didn't even see this, like the back of it, I thought it was just like a Hulk Hogan style, you know, bandana, which usually would end about, you know, right there, maybe where my finger is. So very cool that this is different, you know, very cool that it's actually got that design and that detail. It's got that wrap around on the back, kind of how they do that, where they tie it and the rest of it kind of falls out there like that, hangs. So that's very cool. And then obviously we get down to this. Now, of course, we see on the back here, he has a hole in the back of his head. And that is because he comes with this ponytail that was in the package that you couldn't even see because of the way these packages are designed. And now we've got Rosey. He's got the ponytail. He is in business, guys. Looking as only he can. So aggressive in this look. I love it. I love the gloves. Gloves are great. The hands are great. Down to the jean shorts. Before John Cena even knew that he wanted a pair of jean shorts. No. But, yeah, very cool. All the way down to the black shoes here. Ankle style shoes. Ankle cut. Got the knee pads underneath the shorts there, which is very nice. If you look up to this here, he's got a belt buckle on there, and obviously, you know, elite articulation underneath. And we do have the gold chain around his neck. And Rosey, I gotta say, looking pretty good. I actually really do like this figure a lot. I think it's well-deserved, long time coming. I feel like we just saw these the other day, where they were saying, oh, these figures are going to be out soon, and I'm just, like, shocked to finally have these in hand. I thought it was going to be a little bit more difficult, actually, to get these. But, again, like I've said before, unfortunately, sometimes, guys, these Legends figures just don't take off the way that they should, and especially with guys like this. I would think that they would be flying off the shelves, but again, who knows? You know, we'll see what happens, I guess, as these lines continue to progress and grow. Up next, we've got none other than Jamal, also known as Umaga, and on this one, a couple of things that I do like. The bandana on his head here is actually right on. You can't take it off. I thought it was removable at first, but as we go around to the back side here, you can see that it's actually just molded right to the head scan. And I love that the hair is done the way it is. I mean, it looks great. It really, really is a great job there. And as you can see, as we spin this around, give this a little turn here. And I mean, it is just fantastic. The head sculpt looks great. Umaga, Jamal, looking as only he can. But very nice there. And like I've said, you know, they've done really well with these scans. And even the Rosey, I mean, it looks fantastic. On this one, we get a silver chain. I don't know if we've gotten a silver chain with any other figures yet. I have certainly not gotten one if they have made it. They're usually always gold, like the one that's on Rosey. So very cool to get the silver chain on this Jamal. And his shirt here is, again, it's kind of a big style t-shirt, almost like jersey. Guess you could call it maybe FUBU or Fila. Definitely what it was back in the day. I would almost guarantee something along those lines. And like I said, you know, not proud to say it, but hey, you know, back in the early 2000s, I was wearing some stuff just like that. But, of course, big influence of professional wrestling, hip-hop at the time, MTV, all that great stuff. We got the tattoos over here. And obviously, those might be the dead giveaway when you go and finally look at your Umaga figures and you say, wow, that's weird. That Umaga figure's got the same tattoos as my Jamal. That's so weird. But as always, guys, looking really good here. He's got the black style jean shorts going down into the black boots. And, of course, he's got the black knee pads coming out from underneath there as well. They blend in a lot better with the black shorts, obviously, as opposed to the blue. But looking great as they only and always can. We pull this one up. He does not have the belt buckle on this one, unlike the Rosey, which does. So that's kind of a little bit different. And let's see, you got any tattoos? We got a tattoo up there. This was before all the Umaga stuff went on, the Samoan tat on the stomach and all that other stuff. Let's see, anything across the back here? And no, we don't have any back tattoos either, but this figure is great. I gotta say, it feels really good. Its posability feels really good. The ab on it, a little loose, but, you know, that's give or take. You never know what you're gonna get when you get these figures. I've seen people that have pulled figures brand new out of the box and parts have fallen off. You know, I mean, occasionally it does happen. I've noticed it to be a little bit more frequent with the Jazzwares product, and that's nothing against them. It's nothing against AEW. I really do want to see all of these brands and all of these promotions succeed. But of course, when you are selling a product, you have to make sure that it is making sense to the consumer. And the more that you purchase something and the more consistent that you have the flaws, the more problems that you have with them, obviously that is going to lead people to probably not buy as many of them. So I will say in all of the years that I've been collecting Mattel, I've probably had about maybe 3 to 5 figures max that have come out of the package with like something severely wrong with them. And that's not even having a part falling off or nothing like that. So very loose arm, very loose leg, feet that have no posability to them where you can't move them. You can't get the guy to stand up, or maybe the leg is in the packaging a certain way and it's been in there for so long that way that it's got like a curve where the knee bends, and so now the figure leans to the right or leans to the left. And so it is what it is, you know what I mean? Like I said, there's all kinds of stuff with quality control, and when you're producing the amount of figures and everything that they are, I can't imagine that it is, it's not always going to be a successful day, right? But as my grandfather once said, that, you know what, if that is the worst thing that happened to you today, then it must be a great day, because usually that's what it would be back when I was a lot younger. You know, I'd always have something to gripe about or be upset with, and that would always be his infamous line. Well, Matt, if that's the worst thing that happens to you today, then I guess it's a good day. So, and like I said, guys, these figures, great figures. Very happy to add them to the collection. And they are looking awesome. I every time I do these unboxing videos, I can't decide whether I want to just start a loose collection, keep the boxes, do whatever. You know how it goes. I'm debating it every day, but who knows? We might get closer to it. We might not. Guys, up next, I got a couple of things for you as promised. First off, this is the code that came with the Rosey figure. So if you guys want to check that out, redeem your locker room code. And I'll read it off here for you guys. It is AKZPGMCF. And you can use this on your My Faction on WWE 2K24. Like I said, that's the one that came with Rosey. Now, we'll show you the one that came with Jamal here. Redeem your locker room code. And this one came with Jamal, BABFBPRH. You guys want to pause that or get that on the screen there? And there you go. Just like that, another locker room code has been revealed. Guys, today on the channel, you watched me unbox and review 3-minute warning, and it definitely was a little bit longer than 3 minutes. But can't wait to get the Eric Bischoff that goes with these. I might have to buy 2 of those Eric Bischoffs. I'm not quite sure. I might want to have one in the package as the other version of him with the old man head on. And maybe another version as it comes. But, guys, today, for myself, for Rosey and Jamal, and 3-minute warning for the WWE Elite Legends line for another unboxing and review, it is your good friend Matt, And of course, as always, I'm going to ask you to do one thing for me, maybe a couple, but give or take here. Get over to the page, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all the notifications if you want to see me or hear my voice on a daily basis. I know that might be kind of hard to believe for some people, but I know a couple of you definitely do. So I appreciate that. But if you guys haven't, make sure you get over there, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon, throw me a comment on this video, throw me a like on this video, and as well, guys, as always, we will be back with more unboxing and reviews in our next video, and I can't wait to see you all there. So until then, guys, stay safe, stay tuned, stay blessed, and I will see you all in the next video.